其实这样的作品在美术馆里面展出本身就会有一个很大的对比嘛。然后这个反差越是鲜明，所引起的反思或所思考的议题，也许就可以更加的深刻或更加的尖锐一点。用一个水稻田来提醒我们台湾的农业问题所面对的严苛的挑战，或者是比较有农业经验的长辈，他们可能会觉得，确实是需要这样一个东西，让年轻人知道说米长什么样子，米价是多少，去思考一下食物的来源。他们最直接的想法是这样，也就是说，它这个反差可以引起的思考，艺术的当代性的好玩也就在这里。
因为大家开始都买不起汽车嘛，最早只能买这个面包车，完一家人可以一起去旅游、去玩啊什么的，它代表一种财富的象征吧。所以我就把这一个瞬间或者一个想法拉开了，拉开中间加的等于是很多人，你可以看到这些衣服。我的作品有好多其实都用衣服来做的，因为我觉得它更有更多人的经验，很多的故事在里面。所以你进到这里面进了一个其实很丰富的一个空间，你需要时间去来体验，去品味。
お酒飲むとちょっと頭はね、ブレインはちょっと、活動が鈍くなって、その代わりなんかこう心がこう主役になるような、そういうためにお酒を飲むと、思っているんですけれど、つまり昼間人間はこう、お酒を飲んでない時は頭を使って生きていますけれど、その頭を少し休めて心で生きる時間、そういうものが、僕にとって大切だし、なのでこう心、古い中国の古い、チャイニーズキャラクターも使って、無数に心っていうのは、これは僕の心とも言えますけれど、人類36億人が住んでるこういろんな人の心がこう地球にあるというようなイメージでもあります。そしてこれは心というのはもともと心臓のこの、形から作られたチャイニーズキャラクターで、これはちょっとこうポックポックと光が点滅してるんですけれど、いや心臓っていうのは本当は脳みそなんですけどね、その心の問題というか、それは何かあるなと思いまして、サムシングがあるなと思って作りました。以上です。
下愿望，用过的铅笔也都放下去，要埋下去。以一个例子来讲，在台中的东山高中，这是一个921受灾的学校。写好，那有一部分人念出来，大家听到别人的愿望，然后用过的铅笔放进去，校长最后播了一个种子，一定当因缘成熟的时候会开花会结果，所以我认为所有的心念一定会实现。
The most hardest thing to do is to move from your home country and move to another country. Most especially living home with your 5 children, as Alfredo and I have 5 kids. Living home would be the most, I think, when we left the Philippines and we moved to Australia, that was the most, I think, painful, the most, I'd say, very moving experience for us. Because when you leave your country, it's just like a part of your heart leaves as well and get, sorry.
Like for example, for us, the Philippines, I cannot even call it home anymore. And that's, I think, what we call, you always be in the middle. And that's for us what we call home. But on the other hand, being with a family, you know, being with your family, wherever you go, you're always home. And I think that's the only thing that we can cling on, to be with your family and being at home.
You know, there's a fear. Even if you try to be brave, there's always that uncertainty and that feeling of, will I survive? You know, leaving him, especially with, it's like a gamble. You know, you'll never know what's going to happen after, like, in years. And it's always like constant struggle, and you have to fight in order to survive. And that's why I think leaving home would always be very, very, I'd say, meaningful in a way that it's going to be part of your past. But again, looking back, it's going to be also a basis of what you will be having in the future for your family.
And so nearly all my work is a combination of environment, sound and sculpture. I mean, basically everything in the universe makes sound. The only things that don't make sound are kind of totally inert things, dead things. And so I kind of think of these different objects as kind of interacting both with each other and with us. So they're designed to have antenna which reacts to our bodily presence, the kind of electrical field around us. So all we need to do is kind of get close to these objects and they start to interact. We walk underneath it and they interact in very subtle ways. As if as you walk through, you create a kind of turbulence in the air. In fact, it's your electrical, almost your electrical aura that comes from your own body is contacting these things, and they interact with you by changing the way they sound or the way they vibrate.
Newton's basis on the 7 colour spectrum was that he originally believed there to be 6 colours, the red, the orange, the yellow, the blue, the green and the violet, but because he was devoutly Christian he thought that the number 6 had connotations towards the devil. So I've left that colour out to go back to the original spectrum because I personally believe that indigo is in the darkest space of blue rather than being a colour unto itself. So there's a conversation, it's almost like a joke. So, and the peace bomb relates to the fact that the entire work is made of pieces of paper, because it's not spelt, it's spelt P-I-E-C-E, which is the piece of paper that all of the fortune tellers are made from. In this case it is a very peaceful, meditative process of the bomb exploding, and it's a piece of paper, so even though it's something that's dropping and exploding.
Every video I shoot in Tokyo, contemporary lifestyle is like a kind of Japan also westernized lifestyle we have. That's kind of really separated nature and humanity. So I try to think about what is the 21st century's lifestyle we can choose. And before that, we have to think, we have to look really what kind of lifestyle we have. That's to think about the future. So I shoot, everything is almost artificial. This side screen have a lake and forest, but everything is really artificial forest, artificial lakes. But you can say, if we are part of the nature, we can say that's a part of the nature too. You know, all the buildings and everything is kind of part of the nature. And if you see it that way, I think we can find some kind of alternative civilization for the next century or for the future or something. And for think about that, my purpose is to shoot really, how to say, like a vision from the sky or vision from the aliens or something like that. That's this video's main reason to shoot.
今回のこの作品どういったものでできているかとか、例えばこの床の作品は白い作品で白いのに書いてあってあると思うんですけど、あちらに書いてあるのが絶滅危惧種の花で、それは日本の絶滅危惧種の花を使って、修正ペンを使用して書いています。でその修正ペンっていうのはもともと私たちが文字を書くときに間違えたものを消すために使うものなんですけど、私はその人間がその、文明っていうかそういういろいろ都市開発を進めるにあたってどんどん、知らないうちに消えていくそういう植物がある。その植物をもう一回修正ペン、修正してしまう、また直すっていう。平面の作品は実際ここに立ってもらうとそこに少し人の影が映ったりその風景が映ったりとかする、そういったものを皆さんが見てもらう、望むっていうのは見てもらう、その風景を、見てもらうような形でこの作品が、この庭のような作品が展開されるといいなと思っています。もう一つはこちらの側と向こう側っていうその2つの空間を分けてて、こちらは生きている空間、つまり私たちが今日常から非日常の空間にいるんですけど、自分たちが存在している空間ともう一つは向こう側って言って、仏教では三途の川とかそういう日本の仏教というかその仏教の教えの中にはその三途の川の挟んで向こう側っていうのはあの世っていう。その向こう側死の世界と今の自分たちがいる世界の間を挟むその川の中に川を望んでもらうような風景としてこの作品ができるといいなと、そういうような空間ができるといいなと思って、それを見ていただければいいなと思っています。
When I came back to Cambodia 8 years ago, I realized that I wanted to do something else. I didn't know what. I kind of accidentally made a sculpture out of rattan based on a heart, and that was my first sculpture. But that was talking about the inside, the psychology or the memory, the things that belong to us inside. I started to move away from inside. So my work has always been about inside, outside. It's interesting when you have many objects that are freestanding and then you walk around it and then people start to get confused a little bit if they're inside or outside. I deal with those kind of small meanings, inside, outside. Structure breaking down, structure building up, things get taken away, things get added on. But I always work in a very same way, one piece at a time.
2位女生呢，她们都很诚恳、认真，也是我在中国所感受少一些的。希望通过谈话能够深入到我们人的意识活动中去，因为它几乎是涵盖了所有的，包括感性、逻辑思考都在里面的一种，我称之为叫意识活动。你内心的某种独白或者对话，都会呈现出一种支持自己的想法，即使否定，也是为了达到新的层面上的支持。有一些自圆其说，它并不是讲给听者的，是说给他自己的。我用自圆其说这个词的时候，我否认这是一个贬义词，它是一个中性的词，只是说明一个人的内心的行为。
The last time we visit Taiwan, we are seeing the same things happens like in Indonesia. Like there's like in front of the shop, like the salesman also put this fortune cats in front of their shop to call the customers, and then that also happens too in Indonesia. For us, the waving hand is kind of like a symbols to calling something, to waving at something, to say like, come here. So
how people deal with their fear, we found same way, but different thing to do the ritual. For example, in Taichung, we saw that like a mirror thing in front of their house, above their doors, and we also found some Indonesian have the same thing or using another object for dealing with their fear. So we want to develop a conversation between audience as a human and they're feeling fear, and the way is like to call and face it to your face, the fears.
We're hoping people will come and writing down their deepest fear.
She write to accept the impermanence of life.
Even if they read another person's fears, like we'll get inspired. I mean, like, you're not alone to facing your own fear.
We hope people get something when they going back to their home after visit the exhibition.